What's up, veterans? VA Disability Guy here, back again with another video you don't want to miss. And before I get into today's content, it's no surprise that I suffer from chronic depression, and one of the things that I do to try to combat it is activities in my garden. So, for those of you that may suffer from the same issues, in my opinion, gardening can help you a little bit. Just getting your mind off things and getting out, getting active, doing something that gives you a little bit of purpose. So if you are interested or just want to provide support, I did start a YouTube channel called Nate's Urban Garden. So feel free to go over and check it out if you want to see how I get down to the garden. Now, as for today's video, we're talking about VA denials and why the VA is denying some of your claims. This one could be a tough one for some of us. Unfortunately, the VA will deny a claim. We all know it. It's no mystery, it's no surprise that the VA denies claims left and right. I think a lot of times, though, we have to take some ownership for why the VA denies certain claims. What we all have to understand is the VA process, or the VA disability process, getting a disability rating. It is a legal process. So at the end of the day, you have to have your evidence, of course. Um, but when it comes to secondary claims specifically, it takes more than evidence. You have to really tell a story. Things have to connect. And unfortunately, a lot of us tend to think just because we served in the military, we just automatically should be awarded a disability rating for said secondary disability. And some of us will just kind of throw darts at a board and hope for the best. At the end of the day, my recommendation is always to be strategic. Of course, never lie. I'm never going to tell you all to lie. I don't endorse, filing fraudulent claims. If you don't suffer from the issue, don't tell the VA or any doctor that you suffer from the issue. But at the end of the day, do not just throw darts at a board and just hope you score. You know, when it comes to secondary conditions, do a little bit of research, find out which one of your conditions is actually connected to the other. You know, I get a lot of people that may say, hey, for example, someone may say, yeah, I suffer from sleep apnea. Um, so, no, actually, let me rephrase this. Someone may say, yeah, I suffer from tinnitus. So I'm going to claim sleep apnea as a secondary condition. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Tinnitus doesn't cause sleep apnea. It's actually usually based off how your actual body is composed. How your tongue sits in your mouth, how your throat is designed, and it's a whole lot of um, smarter people in the medical world that can explain it to you better. But sleep apnea is not the same as insomnia, right? Now, yeah, if you suffer from tinnitus, which is the ringing in your ears, of course, it may be affecting you to where when you're trying to sleep, you can't sleep. So, yeah, it may be causing secondary insomnia, which may be causing also secondary hypersomnolence or daytime fatigue. So you have to do a little research and understand what actual primary conditions, in this situation, this tinnitus, lead to the secondary condition, which is not going to be sleep apnea, but insomnia or hypersomnolence. So that is really what you all have to understand. I would recommend Google can take you pretty far. Um, in terms of WebMD can tell you what condition leads to another. So just do your research. The other thing I wanted to mention to you all is I understand that a lot of people are dealing with private doctors and trying to get a nexus letter. And they're definitely sometimes hard to get, but I would tell you this: a doctor can be replaced. If you're seeing a doctor and you've been seeing that doctor for years at this point or however long, and the doctor is saying, yeah, no, I'm not going to give you a nexus letter. They don't want to stick their neck out for you. Get a new doctor. Get a new doctor. Don't hesitate. Move on. Get another doctor in your city. And if you exhaust, your resources and no doctor in your city wants to give you a nexus letter, start looking outside of your city at that point. Start seeing if you can get a virtual appointment with whether it be some of these doctors' offices that will give you a nexus letter. Sometimes you may have to pay for it, but do what you got to do. Like I said, don't lie, but if you need to see outside sources because the ones near you don't want to help, then do so. Seek secondary opinions. You can always do that. But yeah, get that nexus letter, however you can, because at the end of the day, you do need the evidence. You need a doctor to diagnose you, and you have to build the connections. You have to basically make the VA rater's job easy. That's your goal as a veteran fighting this ugly battle for VA benefits. Your goal is to unfortunately work harder than anyone to make the VA rater's job as easy as possible. You want to make it to where that rater literally pulls up your record, your medical record, and they can look at what's in the medical record. They can look at what is in the laws, so to say, um, or the rating schedule according to the VA. They can put those things side by side and say, yeah, like based off his or her medical record and based off the scheduling rating schedule. I always say that incorrectly. Um, they're literally a mirror image. So yeah, this person gets this disability rating. So that's where health literacy comes in, and ultimately that's always what I preach. So if you found this content of use, I highly encourage you to hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, perfect time to do so. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way, whenever I upload videos like this one, you'll be notified. And once again, if you all are interested in seeing how I get down in the garden, or um, you need a little bit of encouragement to grow some food, then feel free to check out Nate's Urban Garden. If possible, I'll put a link up for you. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.